So I'm going to play a clip for you guys. And I just want to start off by saying I do want to give kudos to the young man in this clip for at least giving some credit where credit is due, although he does try to subtract from it and negate from it there at the end, and I'll address that when the clip is done. But I have noticed that a lot of the liberal commentators, podcasts, and things like that, I've been scrolling through them the last few days, and really nobody's talking about any of these peace deals. Nobody's talking about any of this ceasefire stuff. They seem pretty bummed about it when they do talk about it. It's like they actually didn't want it to happen. So that's an interesting turn. But that's not the point of this video. Let's get to it, and then I'll address the main points here.
Breaking news, Donald Trump has announced a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran. This is a post by Trump on Truth Social that reads, "Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a total and complete ceasefire agreement for 12 hours, and at which point the war will be considered ended." This is good news that indicates that cooler heads have prevailed. In the last 3 days, Donald Trump has explicitly said he doesn't want a ceasefire agreement. He's indicated that he wants a regime change in Iran when he said that we need to make Iran great again, as well as he's told us that if they strike us, we would strike them back harder than we did when we dropped the bombs on their nuclear facilities. And obviously, none of those three things are going to be happening with the announcement of this agreement. What this tells me is that there's probably somebody in Trump's inner circle that advised against those three goals, and they were able to convince Trump otherwise. And that would be good news, but I will make sure to keep you guys updated over the course of the next 24 hours with how the deal progresses and if we inevitably see an end to the war.
There's a sick perversion that happens in the Western societies that I want to address, and it's this belief that if you concede to your enemies, if someone is threatening you and posturing that they want to harm you, and if you just find something that they want and you capitulate to that, and maybe even go above and beyond, that you'll find a way to make peace with them. And this is a total fallacy. It just goes against logic, human nature, everything you can think of. You know what? If you were in prison, let's say you ended up in prison, God forbid, and someone came up to you and they said, "Hey, by noon today, I expect 2 packs of cigarettes and a pack of ramen noodles, or there's going to be problems." In this Western liberal mindset, what you should do is show up with 3 packs of cigarettes and 3 packs of ramen. Go a little above and beyond and actually capitulate. Give them what they want. And then, you'll make a friend and you won't have any problems and you'll make peace. In reality, we all know what will happen is, as soon as word gets around that that's what happened, anyone else who thinks they're a tough guy is going to be at your door on commissary day with a pillowcase going, "Trick or treat. I want that. I want this. Oh, is that summer sausage too? Give me all that. Anything anybody bought for you on your commissary card, I want it. Give it all." But had you shown the first guy strength and resolve and that you aren't going to be messed with, kind of sends a message to everyone else, well, if I'm going to try to take it from him, I'm going to have to fight for it. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm going to look for someone else who's an easier target. If you want to be an easy target on the world stage, follow what the Western liberal mindset has been trying to tell us to do all these years. Have a listen to Dr. Hamid about this really quick, because he's a fantastic scholar. Muslim reformer. He knows a lot about this world, and he's very clear on the fact that it comes with strength. With Dean saying that, well, it was probably, Trump's advisors just warned him not to keep, his threats. It wasn't that they warned him not to keep his threats and that brought the peace. It's the threats brought the peace. The strength and the resolve is what brought the peace deal. Have a listen to this.
America pushes Israel to concede land and to establish.
This will encourage the jihadists more and more in their path. In fact, the America should do the opposite. When the jihadists attacked America in September 11, they wanted to see these concessions happening. And if you showed them concessions, they will just attack you again. As when you were weak in 1998 and you didn't respond strongly enough against the attack on your embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, they attacked you again, and it was stronger. But when you went very hard on them, they haven't attacked you for years, and because they are afraid of you. So the jihadist mind is a different mind. You have to show them that what they want to achieve, they are getting the opposite. So if they are expecting you to do pressure on Israel, for example, to do concessions to them, then in fact you do the opposite of this, and this will give them a lesson. Don't attack us again, because we will not surrender to you, and we will do the opposite of what you want. So they feel they are losing, not gaining by their attacks. This is a message that you have to convey to them, and so to change their mind and to make them think twice.
Is the Palestinian crisis a land dispute, in your opinion?
No, I don't think so at all. It's a religious issue, and I asked one. It's mainly when you see the whole Palestinian issue. Their problem is they don't want Jews to survive there. So if all Jews became Muslims one day, they will have no problem with that. So the issue with them is Jews. I asked one day a friend of mine, if all Jews converted to Islam in Israel, will you still have this fight and trouble? He said, of course not. I said to him, then this is not a problem of the land. It's a problem just because they are Jews.
Violence is a terrible thing, but sometimes it's terribly necessary. A very, very sad thing. Don't talk to me about violence. I know what violence is. I've gone to prison for violence. I fought in a war. I know what violence is. Who wants violence? One has to be crazy to enjoy violence. But one has to be crazy to say, I'll never use violence. You try not. You try very, very hard not. And then in the end, if you have to, you kick butt. And that's the Jewish way.